global climate change is impacting crops and how we can improve those crops for the future. So basically my part of the project was to look at how CO2 levels impact crops, specifically soybean, and how heat stress affects canola, which is an important crop in Europe. So with the soybean, we had 4 replicate plots, and we have the ambient rings, and we had elevated CO2 rings. So we have the ambient rings where we are comparing them to the elevated CO2 rings, and with the elevated CO2 rings, we are looking at the projected CO2 level increment over the next half of the century. So we're trying to see if the elevated CO2 impacts photosynthesis or doesn't improve crop yield. I've not really had an experience with plants, so it was quite interesting to actually work with plants, because what I was planning on doing was going into immunology or probably microbiology, but having this research in plants has changed my aspect, because we can see that the environment is changing, and we need to improve the way our standard of living. So working with crops and working in the lab was like a great experience overall. So my goal was to be to just get a PhD degree, but I wasn't sure exactly what I want to do. So working with the Lisa Ainsworth lab taught me that, okay, so working with plants is, even though it's not easy and you have to like the plants are faring, it's like if you increase, as the population is increasing, you have to produce crops to benefit that population. So it has changed my aspects of what I really want to do, and now I want to pursue like a PhD degree in plant biology. So with my research mentor, she's very bubbly and like active. So we had like a right kickoff from the get-go, like interesting topics like talking about our experiences, because she's also a foreigner here. So she's been here for 3 years, and so have I. So we kind of like hit it off talking about our experiences coming to the country, and she talked more about her research and how she got into plant biology and doing research overall. So we had a very great mentor-mentee relationship.